Alas, my friends, we have reached the end to this new road to devastation and the Spooktacular season as well. So let's send it off with a bang. Today we will combine the 6 Constructicons from the Combiner Wars 2015 box set. This may seem like a daunting prospect, but it's not as complicated as it may seem. What we do first is get the individual bots set up. This means getting them close to the final form they take on the Gestalt. Hook has some important steps involved pulling out his connectors. Mixmaster is somewhat frustrating as you have to undo his transformation to move some parts then put them back together. Scavenger and Bone Crusher change fairly similar to one another. Long Haul is where things get vastly different. First, we need to remove the extra parts, then get them into robot mode. From there, it is a few more steps to get out the rest of the connection points, and then we can start bringing them together. We'll start with Mixmaster and Scrapper as the legs, then put Hook on top, and lastly, Scavenger and Bone Crusher as the arms. From here, we assemble and attach all the final form accessories and extra parts. Once we have all of that together, we can top it all off with a dramatic head reveal. That is when we have the ultimate destroyer, the one who helped raise Autobot City to the ground, the one who is the arch enemy of Omega Supreme, the one known as Devastator! This truly impressive looking Titan stands around 18 inches or 46 centimeters, roughly the same size as Predaking, who we looked at last time. And like that other Titan, he can barely stand in my set, which makes this review very awkward. He's currently equipped with a large blaster weapon, but it barely stays in his hand, so we'll put it aside. Articulation-wise, he is quite superior to the parts of his whole. Heavy ratchets are found on almost every joint, allowing for full movement. But I will say the ones on his hip feel too strong. I can barely move them outward, to the point where I'm concerned they will shatter. Aside from that, everything else works extremely well. He's just so big that it is difficult to show you on camera. Since he can barely hold it, I tend to keep his blaster stored back here. Devastator hardly ever uses it, so it does not seem like a problem. Overall, this is an amazing figure that is only brought down by the weakness of its parts. If you look at it as its own entity, these feel at least somewhat more forgiving. That being said, it also feels as if the designers were still learning while designing this figure. Maybe someday they'll revisit it with a more complete education. For now, this figure is devastating in all the best and worst ways.